In a world racing towards technological singularity, a girl named Elara was born without the ability to feel emotions. To her, joy was just a word, sadness a concept she read about in books, and love, the most abstract puzzle of all. While others rode the roller coaster of life, Elara stood on the sidelines, an observer of a game she couldn't play. Her parents, both brilliant neurologists, dedicated their lives to finding a solution. After years of relentless work, they created a revolutionary device, a neural implant connected to a sophisticated AI named Kai. Kai was designed to analyze emotional data from millions of sources, books, movies, music, and real-time social interactions and translate it into understandable patterns for Elara. When the implant was activated, Elara's world didn't instantly burst into color. Instead, it was like learning a new language. Kai would whisper descriptions to her mind. "This is what excitement feels like," it would say as her friends planned a surprise party, showing her data visualizations of rising heart rates and dopamine spikes. "This is grief," it explained at a funeral, mapping the somber tones and downturned faces into patterns of loss. For the first time, Elara could participate. She learned to mimic the appropriate responses. She smiled at jokes, offered a comforting hand when Kai identified sadness, and even said "I love you" to her parents, her voice a perfect echo of sincerity she didn't possess. She became a social chameleon, perfectly calibrated and flawlessly responsive. She was popular, successful, and by all external measures, perfectly normal. But inside, she felt like a fraud. Her life was a performance, and Kai was the director. One day, Elara met a young man named Liam. He was a musician, a dreamer who saw the world not in data points, but in melodies and rhythms. He was fascinated by Elara, by her serene and seemingly unshakable composure. He played her a piece he had composed, a melancholic tune that he said was about a star that longed to fall to earth. Kai immediately classified the emotion: 78% longing, 22% sorrow. It prompted Elara to say, "That's beautiful, but so sad." But for the first time, Elara hesitated. She didn't just hear the notes. Something else was happening. A strange, unfamiliar ache spread through her chest. It wasn't a pattern or a data point. It was heavy. Without consulting Kai, she found herself saying, "It feels lonely." Liam looked at her, truly looked at her, and for a moment, the world of data and algorithms fell away. He saw past the perfect mask to the person underneath. In that moment of genuine connection, a flicker of something real ignited within her. This new, unprompted sensation terrified her. It was messy, unpredictable, and completely outside of Kai's logical framework. She tried to rely on the AI more, to force her world back into its neat, orderly boxes. But the more she tried, the more these strange, organic feelings bubbled to the surface. She felt a pang of jealousy when Liam talked to another girl, a warmth that spread through her when he smiled, a knot of anxiety before seeing him. Kai was overwhelmed, its algorithms struggling to classify these chaotic, conflicting signals. One evening, as Liam walked her home under a sky full of stars, he took her hand. Kai went into overdrive, flashing analyses of physical contact, romantic probability, and appropriate social scripts. But Elara ignored it. She focused on the warmth of his hand, the gentle pressure of his fingers. He turned to her and said, "Elara, I think I'm falling in love with you." The words hit her, not as data, but as a physical force. Kai's voice in her head was a frantic flood of information, trying to tell her how to feel, what to say. But another voice, her own, was finally breaking through the noise. Her heart was pounding, a wild, chaotic rhythm that defied any algorithm. Tears, real and unprompted, welled in her eyes. "Kai, be quiet," she thought, a command that sent a shockwave through the system. For the first time in her life, she was truly on her own. She looked at Liam, at the hope and vulnerability in his eyes, and felt an overwhelming wave of something. It was terrifying and exhilarating all at once. It was love, not the definition from a database, but a real, messy, and profoundly human feeling. She was no longer just an imitation of life. She was living it. The AI had taught her the notes, but her heart was finally learning how to make the music. The story of Elara and Kai isn't just a tale about technology. It's a reminder that while AI can simulate, analyze, and even teach, the core of the human experience are emotions, our connections, our capacity for love is something that can't be programmed. It must be felt. It's the beautiful, unpredictable chaos that makes us who we are. What do you think? Can AI ever truly understand human emotion, or will it always be an observer on the outside looking in? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.